Would you guess this is a Harley Davidson? I would not. Harley Davidson has done quite a lot in the past few years to come out with new bikes that surprise me, and this Pan America is absolutely one of them. Recently, I had the pleasure of being able to test the bike and see what it could do, and I will say that it did surprise me. One of my favorite aspects, which I'll get into a little bit later, is its ability to raise and lower. Typically, these adventure bikes are super tall and for me, super intimidating. And so having a bike that's tall like this that lowers when you're at a stop is really, really helpful, especially for, shorter people out there or, people who just aren't quite comfortable with massive bikes. And so I would say that that is one of my favorite features, just giving me some stability that I otherwise may not have had or may not have felt as comfortable on this bike without that feature. So really kudos to Harley for adding that, and hopefully some of these larger, taller adventure bikes do the same in the future.
Yep.
All right, down here is your gear indicator. This little flashing icon next to it, it looks like a little shock. That's not an error, it's your adaptive ride height. So when you're coming to a stop, the entire bike lowers down an inch or two. When you get on the gas, it comes back up to ride height. Up here is your riding modes. We'll start you in the rain mode. No, it's not raining, but
Really? How do you switch modes?
I'm going to tell you right now. So once you're comfortable, you're going to hit this button. You can do that on the fly. You don't have to roll off.
Okay, cool.
Road mode is your most balanced. Sport is what you guys will like probably. Very quick throttle response, less traction control. There are other modes, we just have them locked out today. No off-roading.
Makes sense.
Okay?
Yeah, makes sense.
This is a link brake. It does the front and the rear.
Oh, that's different for me.
Interesting.
But it's front favored, so there'll be more fun. Your pedal is still rear only.
Yep. Okay. My husband has a Blackbird, Honda Blackbird, so I've ridden that before, so that's linked brake as well.
Gotcha. Yeah, sometimes the pedal is linked on the lever is.
Yep.
6 speeds, 1 down, 5 up. And you got a little adjustment in your windshield.
Nice. Huh.
All right, that's about it. You guys know where you're going on the right?
I think so. Okay, I see. So how does that clip in?
There's a little trigger there.
So is it clipped now?
Yep.
Oh, okay. And it's left out of here, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Right orange arrows, you follow them around.
Perfect.
This is me and Anna taking off on our ride from Harley Davidson at the IMS show in Atlanta. We both had Pan America, so we both got to test it out. I did have video going, but unfortunately my file got corrupted, so thankfully Anna also had some video going, and I was able to use her video for this video, essentially. We really did have a lot of fun in our little round circle ride that we took these Pan Americas on. Again, every time that we stopped, the bike did lower so our feet could touch the ground. We both are pretty tall. This route that we're riding, there is a place where we stop and we have to take a right-hand turn, and the stop is on a hill. And so if the bike did not lower, I am afraid I probably could barely touch the ground, would not have the stability, it would not be confidence inspiring whatsoever. So again, because this bike lowers, it is confidence inspiring that I can put my feet on the ground. Great job by Harley by adding this feature. I really do hope that other tall bikes add this feature in the future. I know it would make it a lot more approachable for me and probably a lot of other women out there. On to some other features. We did start in rain mode, and I will say I completely forgot to change the mode. So it was about halfway through our ride, I realized I was still in rain mode and switched to sport mode. I will say in rain mode, I did notice that it was the acceleration was not as much as I wanted, but when I switched to sport mode, I was pleasantly surprised by the pickup, the power. It felt more like a sport bike power delivery. I mean, not quite there, but it definitely didn't feel like it was lacking power. I did appreciate that. The riding position is very much a straight up and down, just a normal riding position. It's nice to have that high windscreen to protect against the wind really hitting your face. I did like that. I think this is a bike that you could ride for hours and really not get tired of. That's not something that I would say on my sport bike. On my sport bike, the aggressive riding position is a little much. So again, I think that this bike could go the distance and you could be on it for hours and not feel uncomfortable. Again, it's pretty cool that this is a dual sport bike and you could ride it on the road or take it off the road. Obviously, we did not take it off the road here. I would love to see how the bike performed off-road. That would be a dream of mine, so hopefully maybe we can make that happen. We can see about taking these bikes off-road next year for a different kind of review. But this review is really just a high-level, quick take on what my initial thoughts are on the Harley-Davidson Pan America, and I'd say that it is positive. Again, one of the things that won me over is the ability for it to raise and lower. These big bikes, for me, can be pretty intimidating, and so it's nice that a bike like this does lower. There were other bikes at the IMS show that were adventure, big bikes like this, and I was a little too nervous to take them out. So again, good job, Harley, for being able to have this bike be approachable for riders that maybe aren't as tall or aren't as strong or aren't as stable, and again, be able to get on an adventure bike like this and test it out. So really a lot of fun. Would love to have some more time with this bike and see what it could do. I'm curious your thoughts on the Pan America. Do you like it? Do you like the way it looks? Have you test ridden it? What do you think? Do you think it has the power? Is it great on road and off road? Leave your thoughts below. Again, if I have the ability to test this bike again, I will. Hopefully stay tuned for that in 2022.